The year 2023. So it has begun. What's going on, guys? I really hope that you all had a happy new year and that it was safe. New year, new things, but certain things do stay the same. And that's just the world that we live in, especially the world of dating. And today I'm going to be bringing you guys some of the things that are signs and very good indicators that the man you're talking to, or maybe the man that you've been dating now for a while, isn't totally serious about you. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment and let me know what you think. Alrighty guys, so this is not necessarily going to go in any particular order, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Number one, this is probably pretty obvious, but he won't introduce you to either his friends or his family, or anybody that really is important to him in his life. I know this, ladies, I know this from experience. If I was ever casually dating a girl, or just dating a girl and I wasn't that serious about her, I never brought her around my family, never really brought her around any of my friends, especially none of my really close friends, not really at least. I wouldn't even really mention her to my friends or my family. So if you know for a fact that those things are going on or he has not done any of those things, that's a pretty good tell right there. If a man is really that into you, in most cases, he will just want you to meet his family probably almost right away, or definitely somewhere down the line within a reasonable amount of time. He'll want you to meet his family. He'll definitely want you to meet his friends. All the girls that I was really psyched and just totally crazy and stoked about, I brought them around my family and my friends within pretty good time. Now, I will say, ladies, there are sometimes here and there are some exceptions when that won't necessarily be the case, but he is serious about you. So what I just said is something that is the case most of the time, but there are some cases where that isn't necessarily pertaining to him not being serious about you. Number two, ladies, he won't go on dates with you. And I'm not talking about just like taking you out on a date. I'm talking more so him going out anywhere with you. It encompasses a lot of things, such as maybe going out on a really nice long walk somewhere, or just going to grab a cheap dinner somewhere, or going to a nice place during the day to have fun, like the zoo, or maybe like a trampoline park, or an arcade, going bowling, something like that. It's a very clear sign. And if you guys, if all you're doing, if every interaction you have is him coming to your house or you going to his house, vice versa, and all you guys do is Netflix and chill, that's a pretty good tell. That's a pretty good sign right there that he's not that serious about you. Number three, ladies. And this is a pretty big one. Now, I will say, little disclaimer, in most cases. The other cases where this isn't necessarily true, I won't, and I can't necessarily get into it over YouTube here, and I just won't. He refuses to satisfy you in the bedroom. He borderline just won't do anything to truly satisfy you sexually. Maybe you have made it clear to him what you want and what you like in that regard, but he just out and out refuses or finds an excuse not to do it. That's a pretty good sign. In most cases. There are some cases, like I said, ladies, where that just, sometimes may not happen. But I would say in most cases, that's a pretty good tell he's not that serious about you. Number four, he seems unwilling or just doesn't show much care in helping you solve your problems. Keyword, helping. Here's the thing, ladies. Men, by nature, we are fixers. We are problem solvers. If we see an issue, we want to fix it. We want to be able to look at it and go, okay, what's the cause? Why did this happen? How? And what can we do to fix it and make sure that this does not happen again, or minimize it at the very least? I am not saying that he is responsible though for fixing these things and that he's there to solve all your problems. No, he is not responsible for doing that. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that is your responsibility to fix those things. They are your problems. However, ladies, like I said earlier, helping. he is responsible for being there for you, for assisting you in those types of things. If he seems just totally unwilling to do that, just like he doesn't have a care, then in most cases, I would say he's probably not that serious about you. I know for me at least, and I know for the majority of men that I know that really care and really love and are super serious about their girlfriends or wives, they will do almost anything to help and assist their girlfriend in whatever might be bothering them or whatever their suffering may be. That's almost how men almost nurture women. The same way that you ladies like to sometimes take care of us emotionally, mentally, men try to do the same thing in that regard. That's how we show it. Number 5, last but not least, he will not bend or compromise when it comes to speaking to you in your love language. You know, ladies, I won't lie, for a long time I thought the whole love language thing was just pure bullshit. I really thought it was. And I do still think in some ways it's a bit of a cliche. However, I've had some time just over the last, I don't know, few months to think about things that happened to me in my past and some of the girls that I dated, and I realized that they did certain things that they were not normally accustomed to doing, but they did those things to speak my love language. Maybe my love language was X, Y, and Z. They weren't really used to X, Y, and Z. Maybe they were used to A, B, C, but they decided, hey, I'll try X, Y, and Z because I know this is important to him. And I can remember a good number of times when they really did do those things. And I just didn't realize it at the time, but nonetheless, they did. And now that I realize those things, I realize that I did many of the same things for them. There were certain things that they wanted or they were used to or meant a lot to them. Maybe it was certain acts of affection. Maybe it was a small thing here or there, but nonetheless, they were components of their love language. I found myself, despite those things kind of being foreign to me, doing those things because I really cared about that person. Now, like I said, ladies, this is in most cases, again, and there is a shade of gray. It depends on what he's willing to compromise on. But if, in my opinion, if what you want really is not unreasonable, if you just like small things here and there, and if he's not willing to compromise on trying to do those things, certain things, not all the time, doesn't have to be all the time, but if he's not even willing to at least do those things some of the time and bend and compromise with you on that, then that's a pretty good tell right there that he's not that serious about you. Now, I will say this though, ladies, if you are there, if you're the type that sits there and thinks to yourself, oh my God, at least once a month we have to go on some massive big date at some lavish dinner, lavish restaurant, and the bill's $800 and I need him to pay for all of it. Now, that's a little different, ladies, okay? Now, if you're out there, if you're really out there like that, then that I can understand, okay? But you guys understand what I'm saying. It may be a small thing here or there. It may be just a phone call, a text, something of that sort. It could be literally anything. But as long as it's not truly unreasonable, if he's not willing to compromise on it, and he's not willing to meet you anywhere, like the answer to everything is just completely no, he's probably not that serious about you, ladies. Well, ladies, I really hope that this video was helpful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on post notifications because I will definitely be coming out with more content very soon. And again, Happy New Year. I'll see you guys soon.